Welcome to the Flag Bearer channel. This is Little Known Black History Facts. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Herman Petty, McDonald's black franchisee pioneer. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. McDonald's has had a complex history with the black community going back to the civil rights era. While franchisees were building opportunity through the fast food business model, critics questioned equity and fairness at the company. In 1968, the Woodlawn area of Chicago was a neighborhood in turmoil following the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Riots erupted all over the south side of Chicago. Herman Petty was well acquainted with the neighborhood and everyone in it, since he had the barbershop down the street. Petty was a barber and worked as a bus driver for the Chicago Transit Authority. Herman Petty was a pioneer and the first black owner of a McDonald's franchise in the United States. It was located at Stony Island and Marquette Road in the Woodlawn neighborhood. On December 21, 1968, it became the first of 8 McDonald's franchises that he would own. Petty became a McDonald's millionaire and paved the way for others to follow in economic success and community rebuilding. With the help of special field consultants, by the end of 1969, there were 12 black-owned McDonald's. He had no previous experience in franchise ownerships or restaurants. It was not easy for Petty to become established as the first black-owned McDonald's. Petty built a business during the Civil Rights Movement, the Vietnam War, and general community unrest. Yet his particular franchise fueled hope, leading to the opening of dozens more black-owned McDonald's. In the middle of all this change that was taking place locally and nationally, there was already a McDonald's restaurant at 6560 Stony Island. It was once owned and operated by white businessmen, but it was racial uprisings and white flight in Woodlawn that led to the nation's first black-owned McDonald's. When this McDonald's opened its doors to a change in neighborhood, it instantly became a symbol of black achievement that ushered in a new era of economic and racial change under America's golden arches. It happened at a time when there were no black franchise owners in a chain that was growing exponentially in lily white neighborhoods around the country. As the now predominantly black neighborhood underwent dramatic change after the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., this McDonald's made history as it became the first black-owned franchise in America. Petty's restaurant would inspire many black entrepreneurs who dreamed of owning a McDonald's franchise in Chicago and America. Chicagoland was the home of the house that Oak Park resident and McDonald's founder Ray Kroc built. On April 15, 1955, Kroc founded the first McDonald's in Des Plaines, Illinois, a white middle-class suburb northwest of Chicago. In 1961, Kroc launched a training program, later called Hamburger University. Franchisees were trained on the proper methods for running a successful McDonald's restaurant. After Kroc opened the first McDonald's, his company grew and planted fast food restaurants in white neighborhoods in Chicago and around America. None of these restaurants were located in black neighborhoods. But things began to change in Chicago in the 1960s. Blacks began to move into white neighborhoods where there were McDonald's restaurants. In Woodlawn and South Shore, tensions were rising among white residents who fled north to Evanston and Skokie. The white population in Woodlawn had fallen, and the neighborhood was becoming populated by black residents who were moving in. McDonald's came up with a survival strategy to address the changing racial demographics. The company sent temporary black managers to manage McDonald's restaurants whose neighborhoods were filling up with black residents. Ray Kroc felt it was his mission to find a black franchisee in response to the social change and to advance black capitalism. McDonald's billed its decision to hire black operators as an initiative for inclusivity, but black operators were also a financial opportunity for the chain. This was a test for McDonald's to see how they were going to operate after this moment of racial reckoning. It turned out to be quite successful because McDonald's became a presence in places where lots of businesses had left. The first would be Herman Petty, the barber who lived several blocks from McDonald's and worked as a CTA bus driver at night. Petty saved his money to become a McDonald's franchise owner. In 1964, the McDonald's Chicago regional manager awarded Petty the McDonald's franchise on Stony Island. He then underwent training at McDonald's training school, Hamburger University. Securing a McDonald's franchise is an expensive undertaking and historically a hurdle for blacks. Reports said McDonald's waived some of its requirements so Petty could become a franchise owner. Petty originally did not own the McDonald's on Stony Island outright. He co-owned it with white investors who originally asked Petty to run the restaurant as part of a zebra or salt and pepper partnership. Salt and pepper deals were the result of a changing urban area where McDonald's restaurants were left in neighborhoods that had become predominantly black. These partnerships were viewed as exploitative, as white investors and McDonald's would reap the profits while their black partner would be relegated to the day-to-day operations of the restaurant. It's a part of McDonald's history that the company remains silent about. Petty had a majority stake in his first McDonald's. His white partners were found to have quietly included high management fees, neglected to invest in equipment, failed to pay many vendors and suppliers, and ultimately began cleaning out the cash registers each day. Petty's two white investors were eventually forced out. In 1970, Herman Petty founded the National Black McDonald's Operators Association. There are now more than 330 black franchise owners. The overwhelming majority of black franchisees operated businesses in majority black locations, and as fast food became the predominant retail food option in many communities, the NBMOA members outperformed their white counterparts. The rapid success of these locations sparked McDonald's and their competitors to concentrate on black diners, recruit more black franchisees, and to commit to developing strategies to cultivate this consumer base. Until next time, if you like little-known history facts as I do, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Press the bell to be notified of future uploads. Thank you for watching.